Welcome back, wrestling fans. Tonight, we step into the ring not for a fight, but for a tribute. Over the past few years, we've said goodbye to some true legends. Warriors who gave their blood, sweat, and tears to entertain us and leave a legacy that will live forever. Today, we're honoring those icons, remembering their unforgettable matches and the way they shook up the wrestling world. And trust me, you won't want to miss the end, where we've got shocking, heartbreaking news about Joe Hendry that'll hit every fan hard. So lace up and let's honor these legends together. Chris Travis, born on December 16, 1983, was a gifted British professional wrestler who left a profound mark on the independent wrestling scene. Known for his dynamic in-ring style, combining high-flying maneuvers with technical skill, Travis built a strong reputation in promotions such as Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, PWG, Insane Championship Wrestling, ICW, and numerous other organizations across the UK and beyond. His charisma and athleticism made him a standout performer, captivating fans with every match. Travis began his wrestling journey in the early 2000s, quickly rising through the ranks as a fierce and versatile competitor. His ability to deliver intense and memorable matches earned him respect from peers and a loyal fan base. Throughout his career, he engaged in notable rivalries and showcased his versatility in the ring, blending speed, agility, and technical expertise in a way few could match. He became one of the shining stars of the UK wrestling scene, helping to elevate the prominence of British wrestling on the global stage. Tragically, Chris Travis's promising career was cut short when after a courageous battle with cancer. Despite the challenges of his illness, Travis remained dedicated to wrestling, continuing to inspire fans and fellow wrestlers alike with his determination and passion for the sport. His fight was largely kept private, reflecting his humble and resilient nature. Chris Travis's legacy lives on through the many wrestlers he influenced and the fans who admired his work. Remembered as both a talented performer and a kind-hearted individual, he is celebrated for his contributions to professional wrestling and for his unwavering spirit. Travis remains a beloved figure in wrestling history, his passion and dedication continuing to inspire new generations of wrestlers worldwide. Dick Slater, born Richard Van Slater on May 19, 1951, was a prominent figure in American professional wrestling from the 1970s through the mid-1990s. His wrestling roots trace back to Tampa, Florida, where he trained alongside Mike Graham during high school at Robinson High. He also attended the University of Tampa with Paul Orndorff, another future wrestling star. Slater made his professional debut in 1972 with Championship Wrestling from Florida, CWF. Early in his career, he made a name for himself by winning the NWA Florida Tag Team Championship and the NWA Florida Television Championship. Known for his rugged charisma and solid in-ring skills, Slater soon moved on to Georgia Championship Wrestling, GCW. There, he became a major player for 8 years, capturing the NWA Georgia Heavyweight Championship 4 times and adding multiple tag team titles to his resume. Throughout his career, Slater worked with several major wrestling promotions. He competed in Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling and World Championship Wrestling, WCW, where he appeared at the very first Starrcade event, one of the sport's landmark shows. He had a brief stint in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, adopting a rebel character, but soon returned to WCW, where he continued to make his mark. Slater's later years were overshadowed by personal struggles. In 2004, he was convicted for the stabbing of his former girlfriend, Teresa Halbert, a charge he linked to a battle with painkiller addiction. He was sentenced to 1 year of house arrest and 2 years probation. Dick Slater. Despite the controversies, he left behind a respected legacy as a tough, talented competitor who helped define Southern wrestling for decades. Fans and peers remember him as a key figure whose impact still resonates in wrestling history. Bam Bam Bigelow, born Scott Charles Bigelow on September 1, 1961 in Asbury Park, New Jersey, was one of professional wrestling's most unforgettable and physically imposing figures. Towering at 6 feet 4 inches and weighing over 400 pounds, Bigelow combined an impressive size with surprising agility, setting him apart as a big man who could execute high-flying moves and fast-paced action, something rare in an era dominated by giants who move slowly. His trademark tattooed head and unique look made him instantly recognizable, while his blend of power and athleticism earned him a loyal fan following. Bigelow's wrestling career spanned the 1980s and 1990s, with notable runs in top promotions like the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, World Championship Wrestling, WCW, and Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW. He gained particular fame during the WWF's New Generation era, where he had memorable feuds against legendary names such as Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker, proving himself as a serious and versatile competitor. In ECW, he further showcased his toughness and adaptability, taking part in hard-hitting matches that contributed to the promotion's growing reputation for extreme and innovative wrestling. Tragically, Bam Bam Bigelow, due to a drug overdose at his Florida home. His was a harsh reminder of the struggles with substance abuse that many wrestlers face. It deeply affected his family and sent shockwaves through the wrestling community. Despite his personal battles, Bam Bam Bigelow's legacy remains strong. He is remembered as a groundbreaking performer who redefined what a big man wrestler could do in the ring. His influence continues to be felt, and his story highlights the importance of addressing mental health and addiction issues within the wrestling industry. Mike Sharp, born October 28, 1951, was a Canadian professional wrestler whose long career left a lasting impression on the wrestling world. With his strong build and commitment to the sport, Sharp became a recognizable figure, especially during his time in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, throughout the 1980s and early 1990s. Sharp's wrestling career took off in the late 1970s, quickly earning a reputation as a skilled and dependable performer. Known for his technical prowess, he popularized the sharpshooter move, a submission hold that highlighted his agility and in-ring intelligence. Throughout his career, Sharp shared the ring with wrestling legends like Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage, earning respect from fans and peers alike. Although he never held a major championship, Sharp's value in wrestling went beyond titles. He was widely recognized as a hard-working and reliable talent who helped elevate his opponents with his solid performances. His professionalism and dedication made him a beloved figure among wrestling fans and a trusted veteran backstage. Mike Sharp, but his legacy of perseverance and passion for wrestling endures. He is remembered not just for his in-ring skills, but also for his contributions to the wrestling community as a respected and hard-working athlete. Sharp's influence continues to be felt by those who witnessed his dedication and by wrestlers who followed in his footsteps. In sum, Mike Sharp's career is a testament to the value of determination and professionalism in wrestling. His impact, both seen and behind the scenes, ensures that his name remains honored within the wrestling world. Aya Koyama, better known by her ring name Aliyah, was a trailblazing Japanese mixed martial artist and professional wrestler, born on March 8, 1973. She began her wrestling journey in 1996 with the promotion JDS Star, quickly standing out for her athleticism and charisma. Over the years, Koyama competed in several notable wrestling organizations such as All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling and Big Japan Pro Wrestling, earning admiration for her dynamic in-ring performances and ability to captivate audiences. In 2001, Aya made a bold transition from professional wrestling to the world of mixed martial arts, MMA, diving into a much more physically demanding and competitive sport. Her MMA debut came on May 3, 2001, when she faced Anna Koparina. The start was difficult. Koyama lost her first 5 MMA matches, but she refused to give up. Through sheer determination and relentless effort, she gradually improved, ending her MMA career with a record of 4 wins, 10 losses, and 1 draw. Her fighting spirit was especially remarkable, considering she battled level 4 cancer during her return to MMA on October 10, 2010, showing incredible courage in the face of adversity. After a brief pause from wrestling, Koyama returned in 2005 under her ring name Aliyah. She continued to showcase her love for the sport and her dedication to pushing boundaries for women in combat sports. Throughout her career, Aya Koyama exemplified resilience, passion, and pioneering strength, breaking new ground as both a professional wrestler and MMA fighter. Aya Koyama leaving behind a powerful legacy. Her journey through wrestling and MMA remains an inspiring story of determination and heart, cementing her place as a pioneering figure in women's combat sports in Japan. Hana Kimura was a gifted Japanese professional wrestler, born on September 3, 1997 in Yokohama, Kanagawa, Japan. Growing up as the daughter of Kyoko Kimura, a former wrestler, Hana was naturally introduced to the wrestling world early in life. She began her formal training at 15 and made her professional debut in 2016 with World Wonder Ring Stardom, a top Japanese women's wrestling promotion. From the start, Hana impressed fans and peers with her distinctive wrestling style, blending agility, strength, and emotional depth that made her performances stand out. Throughout her career, Hana competed in many important matches and tournaments, earning a reputation for her charisma and storytelling ability inside the ring. She wasn't just a wrestler, but a performer who connected deeply with audiences, showing both toughness and vulnerability. Her popularity extended beyond Japan, especially after starring in the Netflix reality series Terrace House, Tokyo, 2019 to 2020. The show introduced her to a global audience, increasing her fan base and allowing her to inspire people outside wrestling circles. Sadly, Hana's life was tragically cut short when she died at just 22 years old. Her was officially ruled a suicide, sparking widespread conversations about the dangers of cyberbullying and the critical importance of mental health awareness, particularly in high-pressure public industries like wrestling and entertainment. Following her passing, the wrestling world and fans worldwide expressed their grief and paid tribute to her talent and spirit. Hana Kimura's legacy lives on as a powerful reminder of the need for kindness and support in the face of online harassment. She remains an inspiration to many, remembered not only for her skill in the ring, but for her courageous, heartfelt presence that touched countless lives. Paul Reubens, best known for his unforgettable character Pee Wee Herman, 1 year ago, leaving behind a legacy of warmth, humor, and creativity that touched multiple generations. While Pee Wee Herman remains his most iconic creation, a quirky, bow-tied character who captured hearts in the 1980s, Reubens' talents extended far beyond this beloved persona. Born Paul Rubenfeld on August 27, 1952, in Peekskill, New York, Reubens discovered his passion for performance early on. His comedic genius took shape while performing with the renowned improv troupe The Groundlings, where he developed Pee Wee Herman. The character skyrocketed to fame with the 1985 film Pee Wee's Big Adventure and the groundbreaking children's series Pee Wee's Playhouse. The show's imaginative sets, surreal humor, and appeal to both kids and adults earned critical acclaim and a devoted fan base. Reubens was not just a comedian and actor, he was widely admired for his kindness and generosity. Colleagues and friends often spoke of his genuine nature and the positive impact he had on those around him. In a delightful crossover of entertainment worlds, Reubens made a memorable appearance in professional wrestling. In 2010, he guest starred as Pee Wee Herman on WWE's Monday Night Raw. His playful interactions with WWE superstars brought a unique and humorous energy to the show, highlighting his versatility and ability to connect with diverse audiences. Though Paul Reubens is no longer with us, his legacy of laughter, creativity, and kindness endures. From the timeless charm of Pee Wee Herman to his unexpected but heartfelt WWE cameo, Rubin's influence on entertainment remains a treasured part of pop culture history. Joe Hendry's journey in professional wrestling is one marked by creativity, charisma, and resilience. Born on May 1, 1988, in the historic city of Edinburgh, United Kingdom, Hendry has emerged as a singular figure in modern wrestling, a performer who seamlessly blends athleticism with artistic expression. Standing 1.88 meters tall, roughly 6 feet 2 inches, and weighing in at about 105 kilograms, 231 pounds, Hendry is physically imposing, but it's his mind and spirit that truly set him apart. Unlike many wrestlers who fit the traditional mold of brute strength or high-flying spectacle, Hendry has crafted a persona that is equal parts musician, comedian, and athlete. His entrance themes and promos are often custom-made songs, infused with humor and storytelling that engage audiences in unique ways. This dual talent for wrestling and music has made him a fan favorite and a standout in an industry that increasingly values originality. Currently, Joe Hendry holds one of the most prestigious titles in professional wrestling, the TNA World Championship. His reign as champion has coincided with a remarkable development, a rare partnership between Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, TNA, and WWE. This alliance has allowed Hendry to appear on WWE's NXT brand while maintaining his championship status in TNA, positioning him as one of the most versatile and widely recognized wrestlers on the scene today. However, behind the spotlight and roaring crowds, Hendry faces a significant and escalating challenge, one that threatens to derail his momentum and put his career at risk. A lingering rotator cuff injury has worsened over recent months, compounded by management pressures and creative frustrations that cloud his future. This is a story of a star caught between soaring opportunity and looming peril, with decisions ahead that could define his legacy. The physical toll. A rotator cuff injury casts a shadow. The physical demands of professional wrestling are well documented, and Joe Hendry is no stranger to the toll they take. His wrestling style is a blend of power moves, technical grappling, and rapid-fire sequences that showcase his agility and strength. Yet it is precisely this demanding style that has aggravated a rotator cuff injury, a condition affecting the group of muscles and tendons stabilizing the shoulder joint. Sources close to TNA confirm that Hendry has been managing this injury for several months. Initially, it was a nagging issue that could be worked around with physical therapy and careful match planning. But Hendry's commitment to pushing his limits, fueled by his drive to represent both TNA and WWE with excellence, has exacerbated the damage. One particularly telling moment came during Unbreakable WrestleMania, a landmark event symbolizing the new era of TNA-WWE collaboration. Hendry competed despite the injury, drawing praise for his performance but sparking concerns due to visible signs of discomfort. More recently, on a recent episode of Impact Wrestling, observers noticed Hendry favoring his shoulder during heavy lifts and strikes, subtle but unmistakable indicators of pain. Medical experts warn that continued strain on a compromised rotator cuff can lead to a partial or even complete tear, an injury that would require surgical repair followed by a lengthy rehabilitation period, often 6 to 9 months or more. For a reigning world champion with increasing visibility across 2 major promotions, such a setback could be career-altering. Management pressure. The fine line between ambition and overreach. The wrestling industry is no stranger to stories of management pushing wrestlers beyond safe limits, and Joe Hendry's situation is unfortunately fitting that pattern. Insider reports indicate mounting backstage tension between Hendry and TNA executives regarding his health and schedule. Hendry is seen as a crucial figure in the current wrestling landscape, one of the few crossover stars who can effectively bridge TNA's brand with WWE's expanding reach. This unique positioning has made him a valuable asset, and sources say TNA management is eager to maintain his presence in high-profile matches to capitalize on his rising popularity. An anonymous TNA insider shared, "There's a lot riding on Joe right now. They see him as the face of a new era for TNA, someone who can bring credibility and excitement. So the pressure to keep him in the spotlight is intense." While understandable from a business perspective, this approach carries risks. Historically, pushing injured athletes without sufficient recovery time has led to exacerbated injuries, longer absences, and sometimes permanent damage. Fans who follow Hendry closely have voiced their concerns online, with hashtags like #ProtectJoeHendry trending on social media platforms. They plead with the company to prioritize the wrestler's long-term health over short-term gains. WWE's growing interest, a possible new chapter. Adding complexity to Hendry's situation is the increasing attention he has garnered from WWE, particularly its NXT brand. Hendry's appearances on NXT have generated enthusiastic responses from the crowd, signaling a strong connection with the WWE fan base. Within WWE, reports suggest that Triple H, the architect of NXT and a key decision-maker, is a vocal advocate for Hendry. Known for supporting wrestlers with diverse talents and unique personas, Triple H reportedly sees Hendry as a potential star who could thrive in WWE's environment. Whispers around WWE creative circles suggest that Hendry could be in line for a lucrative contract offer, possibly timed for a major summer roster shakeup. WWE might envision him fitting naturally into storylines involving musical acts such as Elias or Rick Boogs, leveraging Hendry's musician-wrestler gimmick to create entertaining feuds and alliances. However, WWE is also reportedly cautious about committing fully if Hendry's shoulder injury continues to deteriorate. A long-term injury could limit his in-ring abilities, making WWE wary of investing heavily without assurances about his health. Creative frustration, from comedic flair to serious champion. While Joe Hendry's musical and comedic talents have helped him stand out and gain popularity, insiders reveal that Hendry himself is eager to evolve beyond this persona. Sources close to him indicate Hendry desires to be recognized not just as a charismatic entertainer, but as a serious, aggressive world champion. He's proud of the way he has connected with fans through humor and music, says a close associate. But Joe also wants to show a tougher, more layered side. He wants storylines that reflect his true skills and intensity in the ring, not just the funny guy gimmick. This desire for creative growth has reportedly caused friction with TNA's creative team. Some believe that Hendry's push for a more serious, nuanced character clashes with the company's current direction for him, which emphasizes his comedic strengths. If TNA fails to offer Hendry more creative control or seriously entertain his vision, it could accelerate his transition to WWE, where he may find a larger platform and greater narrative freedom. Fans weigh in. Support, concern, and hope. Among wrestling fans, Joe Hendry is a beloved and respected figure. His unique combination of showmanship, technical skill, and charisma has earned him a loyal following around the world. Many fans see him as a breath of fresh air, someone who can bridge generations and styles, blending old-school charm with modern wrestling. Yet, the visible signs of his injury and growing rumors about backstage pressures have sparked a groundswell of concern. On social media, fan groups have rallied around Hendry, calling on both TNA and WWE to put his health first. The hashtag #ProtectJoeHendry has trended multiple times, with fans pleading for him to take time off if needed. Forums and comment sections are filled with debate. Should Hendry sacrifice his championship reign to heal properly? Or should he seize the moment while he can, accepting the risks of possible long-term damage? These discussions reflect the larger wrestling community's empathy for Hendry as a person, not just a performer. The hope is clear that Hendry's talent and spirit will be preserved for many years to come. What lies ahead? Key scenarios for Hendry's future. The next several months will be crucial in determining the path Joe Hendry takes, with several potential outcomes on the table. 1. Taking a strategic hiatus. Hendry could opt, or be encouraged, to voluntarily relinquish the TNA World Championship in a storyline designed around injury and recovery. This would allow him time to address his rotator cuff injury fully, undergo possible surgery if necessary, and rehabilitate without the pressure of ongoing competition. While painful in the short term, this approach prioritizes his long-term career. 2. Signing full-time with WWE. Should WWE's interest solidify into a concrete offer, Hendry may negotiate a contract that includes provisions for medical treatment and a significant push upon recovery. WWE's broader platform could provide Hendry the creative latitude and audience reach he desires. A WWE debut, particularly on the main roster, could mark a major career milestone and new chapter. 3. Continuing to compete. Despite risks, driven by passion and professionalism, Hendry might decide to push forward despite his injury, risking further damage. This path carries the highest risk of catastrophic injury that could sideline him for an extended period, or even jeopardize his future in wrestling. It reflects the tension many wrestlers face between ambition and self-preservation. Conclusion: Joe Hendry at a crossroads. Joe Hendry's story today is one of paradox, immense potential shadowed by significant vulnerability. As a Scottish wrestling icon with worldwide appeal, he stands poised to become a household name. Yet injury, management pressure, and creative conflict threaten to derail that ascent. The wrestling world watches closely, waiting for Hendry to navigate this pivotal moment. The decisions he and the companies surrounding him make in the near future will shape whether he becomes a lasting star or a cautionary tale. For now, fans can only echo his signature catchphrase, "Say his name and he appears," with hope that the name they call forth will rise strong, healthy, and ready to conquer the wrestling world for years to come.